Hello everyone, thank you for watching Holster Helper. Today we're going to take a look at this Aker 267 paddle holster. This is a light bearing holster made of leather with a nice sturdy plastic panel on the back. This specific model is for Glock 20 or 21, model number 267. This is a very, very sturdy leather holster compared to what most leather holsters are. There's barely any real flex when put in there, and it features one of my favorite little features, these two little nubs here to make it a little easier on the holster going in and out and keep your sights protected. It features very, very rigid thumb brake. The light bearing holster accommodation is large enough to fit something like a Streamlight TLR1. I think an X300 would stick out a little further. Maybe an O-Light would go in there. As you can see with this Glock 21 here, clear. The holster goes in, barely any fuss. I will say, getting this tab back together can be a little frustrating, especially when it's on the belt. Just like that. As you can see, quite clearly not coming out. The trigger guard is somewhat exposed, although you really can't get a finger in there too easily, but if you can somehow, you can absolutely pull the trigger while the holster is engaged, so not particularly secure. There's a retention screw here, and there's two more locking screws for the paddle back here. The retention screw is one of these little ones with the bites on it that actually eats into the leather and yanks it in firmly like that. I did not adjust the retention, but it does have a nice good amount of grip to it. This is not falling out if left unsecured. Now, one design critique I do have is the paddle itself. So these little teeth right here on the other side, that's the part that actually connects to your belt when the holster is engaged, so it'll ride like that. My hand is where the pants are. When putting this on, you have to be extra secure, making sure that these are actually nice and bit down in the underneath the belt, in the pants. Otherwise, the entire holster is just going to up and leave your body when you try and draw. That's obviously a pretty serious design flaw. Now, what's worth noting is, when it is secured correctly and pushed all the way down, it's not going anywhere. It's very sturdy. It's actually kind of hard to take off, which is defeating the purpose of a paddle holster, but doing the job correctly. Now, the holster ride is not adjustable. As you can see, this is straight up and down, and you better like that. That's all you're going to get. You can't tip it forward or backwards like some holsters can. These little screw holes here are not screw holes at all. They're vent holes, so it's not pooling sweat on your leg if you're in a hotter climate. These holsters are available in both black and this nice tan color. They come with a very nice match to other Aker leather accessories. I'll be reviewing this later. The stitch work is phenomenal. It goes in, there's no play to it at all. It's quite sturdy. The number of pieces used seems just about right to get you that nice hard finish. And I will say, this has been remarkably resistant to wear. I've worn it in the rain, I've worn it in the snow. It just sort of keeps its shape and keeps its firmness quite well. The trigger guard issue, well, yeah, that's not ideal. The theory being that if someone can depress the trigger while you're inside, or yourself can depress the trigger, you may risk shooting yourself in the leg. Now, I will say, is it likely? No. I think if someone's going to grab onto your weapon and get that good of a grip on it before you can fight them off, yeah, maybe. But I would not recommend this holster strictly for that reason. Also worth noting with this, like I said, you've got that very nice top strap on here. This kind of sticks out. That's not really a design fault. I think that makes it quite easier to make that little thumb snap. And it does let you get a nice full fingered grip underneath the firearm. Draw that right down there. For what it's worth, I can't engage the light while it is still holstered, which is a frequent problem with some Kydex holsters. You'll sort of bump the light and then realize you've been wasting your battery the entire time. These are available for about $50 each, and they are available on Amazon, on Aker's website, and wherever else you get your holsters. They fit a variety of firearms, such as the Glock. I've also seen versions for P320s, different models of Beretta, and of course different sizes of Glock. Thank you for watching Holster Helper. See you on the next one.